Midnight static. The house is asleep, but the air is still humming like a long distance train. It's never quite coming. I'm lying in the dark with the window cracked wide, listening to the frequency of the world outside. I found an old receipt in a jacket I found, just a ghost of a ghost of a ghost in the ground. It doesn't make me sad, it doesn't make me cry. It's just a bit of static underneath the sky. It's a leftover signal from a star that went out, the whisper of a shadow of a lingering doubt. But the volume is low and the edges are soft, like a handful of feathers tossed into a loft. And it's just midnight static on a dead-end street, a ribbon vibration beneath my feet. The frequency is changing, the signal is thin. I'm letting the quiet finally come in. It's not a song anymore, it's not a scream, it's just the white noise at the end of a dream. Yeah, it's only midnight static. I remember your voice, but I can't hear the words. It's like the distant chatter of a million birds, a blur of a memory, a smudge on the glass. Just watching the waves of the radio pass. I used to try to tune in, I used to try to fix the broken down logic in the middle of the mix. But now I just listen to the hum and the hiss. There's a strange kind of comfort in a static like this. And it's just midnight static on a dead-end street, a ripping vibration beneath my feet. The frequency is changing, the signal is thin. I'm letting the quiet finally come in. It's not a song anymore, it's not a scream, it's just the white noise at the end of a dream. Yeah, it's only midnight static. Midnight static. It's the space between the notes, it's the dust in the light, it's the everything's okay in the middle of the night. It's not empty, it's just full of nothing in particular, nothing in particular. I'm walking through the market in the afternoon sun, feeling like a secret that's been recently unspun. The wind is a hand pushing hard against my chest, and I'm feeling every heartbeat through the fabric of my vest. I used to have a shell, I used to have a wall, I used to be a mountain that was never gonna fall. But today the light is sharp and the colors are loud, and I feel like I'm made of the edge of a cloud. Don't look too hard, don't speak too fast. I'm not quite sure how long the glue's gonna last. I'm a newborn deer on the edge of the road, trying to carry a lighter load. Oh, I'm paper thin and I'm catching the breeze, shaking like the ghost of the autumn. be this honest, to be this paper thin. I met a pair of eyes and I didn't look away, but I felt the vibration of everything they'd say. No more lead in my boots, no more iron in my blood. Just a garden trying to grow in the middle of the flood. Every how are you feels like a heavy-duty test. I'm a bird in the open without a hidden nest. I'm translucent now, you can see right through the frame to the part of the heart that's forgotten its name. Oh, I'm paper thin and I'm catching the breeze, shaking like the ghosts of the autumn leaves. The world is a hammer and I'm a pane of glass, watching the shadows and the giants as they pass. It's a terrifying mercy, it's a beautiful skin. To be this honest, to be this paper thin. Fool me, crease me, tell me you won't cease me. I'm easy to tear, I'm easy to burn. I'm at the part of the lesson that I haven't yet learned. Write something new on the blank of my soul. I'm finally a part that isn't a whole. I found the old blueprints tucked away in a drawer. The height of the ceiling, the width of the door. We built it on sand with a view of the sea. A masterwork planned by you and me. We spent all our Sundays on the load-bearing walls, hanging the pictures in the long narrow halls. But we didn't account for the settling ground, or the way that the silence makes a terrifying sound. The plumbing was ancient, the wiring was crossed. We focused on gain and we ignored the cost. We painted the kitchen a vibrant new blue to hide all the cracks that were shivering through. Oh, look at the architecture of us, the iron velvet, doesn't need you. Forgot that the air was supposed to be free, that it wasn't a debt or a hidden decree. I spent years in a room with the windows taped shut, with a knot in my chest and a cold in my gut. I was rationing size, I was measuring gasps, trying to hold on to the rusted out clasp. But I stepped off the porch and I headed for town, and I realized the weight isn't pulling me down. It's not a struggle, it's not a chore. Choked by the words that were spoken, fires we stoked, a thin smoky haze in the back of my throat, a sinking sensation inside of a boat. But the clouds have all broken, the smog is all cleared. I'm facing the things that I previously feared. I can run for a mile, I can scream at the sky, and I don't need a reason or a how or a why. I'm finally breathing the oxygen, feeling the rush of the starting again. No more carbon monoxide, or maybe an if. No more living my life on the edge of a cliff. It's sweet and it's heavy, it's thin and it's bright, and it's filling the spaces I emptied last night. Yeah, I'm alive in the now and the then, just breathing the oxygen. I set a place for one on the linen and wood, the way that a person on my standing should. There's a space across from me, empty and wide, where the you of the past used to sit by my side. I poured a glass of water, I cut up the bread. I didn't hear a word of the things that you said, because you aren't a person. You're just a soft light, a shadow that's visiting on a Saturday night. I used to try to feed you with my anger and grief, waiting for a sign or a moment's relief. But now you're just sitting there, quiet and still, and you don't have the power to bend my will. Oh, there's minutes. You're the placeholders and you're the emergency contact who's no longer a friend. And I'm grateful you're here, just so I can see how much of this chair is now taken by me. I'm filling the volume, I'm taking up space without needing the comfort of your phantom face. Oh, there's a ghost at the table, but it's okay. I'm not trying to wish the spirit away. You're just a part of the room, like the dust or the pain. A memory that's growing increasingly faint. I'm eating my dinner, I'm drinking my wine, and the half of the table that's empty is mine. Yeah, it's a peaceful kind of haunting, a stable relationship with a ghost at the table. The candles are burning, the evening is long. I'm humming the words to a brand new song. You're welcome to stay, you're welcome to stay, or you're welcome to go, you're welcome to go. I'm finally the master of my own shadow. We spent the summer at 110, burning the paper and the ink and the pen. Every word was a match, every look was a spark. We were lighting the fires just to handle the dark. But the mercury's dropping, the steam's cleared away, and I'm looking at the frost on the window today. I'm checking the gauges and reading the glass, watching the heat wave finally pass. It's a different measurement, a different scale. The fire was a story, the cold is a tale. I'm recalibrating the heart in my chest, finding the point where the nerves can just rest. Oh, measuring the world in Celsius now, cool to the touch, and I'm wondering how I ever survived in that fever and flame, where the air was a weapon and love was a name. Zero is a beginning, not just an end, a place where the spirit can finally mend. I'm keeping my cool, I'm steady and clear, living in the Celsius of a new year. You used to be boiling a rolling white foam, a chemical reaction that I called a home. But I've stepped in the shade, I've lowered the light. I'm a comfortable 20 on a Tuesday night. No more sweat on the palms, no more grit in the eyes, just the low frequency hum of the evening skies. I'm a solid state now, I'm a crystalline structure, free from the pressure and the heat of the puncture. Oh, I'm measuring the world in Celsius now, cool to the touch, and I'm wondering how I ever survived in that fever and flame, where the air was a weapon and love was a name. Zero is a beginning, not just an end, a place where the spirit can finally mend. I'm keeping my cool, I'm steady and clear, living in the Celsius of a new year. Oh, the music gets chilled out, the drums drop to a simple snap on the backbeat. The keyboard takes a liquid sound and slower freezes at the line that it frees, but the clarity is mine. I'm not shivering, I'm not shaking, I'm just refreshing. The temperature's perfect, perfect, perfect. script said I'm leaving. You said it's nothing while your chest was still heaving. I spent a lifetime as a master of the tongue, trying to hum the melodies that you never sung. I was watching your lips move, but I was reading the air, looking for the meaning that was never quite there. A foreign film playing in a house in the suburbs where the silence was louder than the weight of the verbs. I was an interpreter for heart in disguise, translating the flickers in the back of your eyes. But the grammar was broken and the context was wrong, and I'm tired of explaining where I don't belong. Oh, I'm finally turning off the subtitles tonight. I'm tired of the reading, I'm tired of the fight. If you can't speak the truth in a language I know, then I'm letting the dialogue and the characters go. No more hidden meanings, no more fine print lies, no more scrolling text across the bottom of the skies. I'm leaving the theater, I'm walking out clear without the subtitles ringing in my ear. The scenes where we laughed in the kitchen, but the translation was off, the signal was glitching. You weren't saying I love you, you were saying I'm scared. I wasn't saying I'm happy, I was saying I've shared. We were two different movies on the very same screen, with 1,000 misunderstandings falling in between. It's a linguistic tragedy, a semantic divorce. The words stayed the same, but they lost all their force. Oh, I'm finally turning off the subtitles tonight. I'm tired of the reading, I'm tired of the fight. If you can't speak the truth in a language I know, then I'm letting the dialogue and the characters go. No more hidden meanings, no more fine print lies, no more scrolling text across the bottom of the skies. I'm leaving the theater, I'm walking out clear without the subtitles ringing in my ear. Lost in translation, lost in the gap, falling through the hole. Trap. I don't wanna guess, I don't wanna decode. I'm taking the plane, speak out on the road. Speak up, or shut down. The credits are rolling. The air is thick with the scent of the years, draped in the dust and the salt of the tears. We wrapped ourselves up in a fabric so fine, a deep royal purple, the vintage of wine. But velvet gets heavy when it's soaked in the rain, and beauty gets burdensome when it's carrying pain. I'm standing in the middle of a room made of cloth, feeling the hunger of the flame and the moth. It's soft to the touch, but it's hard on the soul. A beautiful cage that was taking its toll. I'm unhooking the rings, I'm letting it fall. I'm looking for the brick in the stone of the wall. I'm stepping out from the heavy velvet. I'm grateful for the warmth even though I felt it pulling me down to the rug on the floor, closing the windows and blocking the door. It was a luxury once, it was a palace of grace, but I need a room with a little more space. No more shadows, no more secrets to keep. I'm waking up from the heavy velvet sleep. I remember the night extra was enough before the edges got frayed and the fiber got rough. We hid in the folds, we disappeared in the seams, lost in a kingdom of high thread count dreams. But I'm folding it now, I'm putting it away, the gold tassel curtains of yesterday. It's a different kind of light when the windows are bare and I'm finally breathing the sharp morning air. Oh, I'm stepping out from the heavy velvet. I'm grateful for the warmth even though I felt it pulling me down to the rug on the floor, closing the windows and blocking the door. It was a luxury once, it was a palace of grace, but I need a room with a little more space. No more shadows, no more secrets to keep. I'm waking up from the heavy velvet sleep. Strip the room, bare the wood. I'm finally understanding what I should have understood. The beauty was away, the softness was a bind. I'm leaving the elegance to the person I left behind. I started small, just a minute or two, imagining a Tuesday that didn't involve you. I'd stand in the shower and rehearse the speech, keeping the forever just out of reach. I'd look at your shoes by the side of the bed and move them an inch in the map in my head. A dress rehearsal for a play with no cast, trying to make the future look like the past. It's a muscle you build, it's a habit you form, to stay perfectly still in the eye of the storm. I was checking my pulse, I was checking the gate, learning the physics of a heart-shaped weight. Oh, I've had a lot of practice saying goodbye, looking at the ground while I'm looking for the sky. I've run through the exit 1,000 times before. In the hallway of my mind, I've already hit the door. It's not a surprise, it's not a sudden crack. I've been paved the road and I'm not looking back. Yeah, the real thing is easy, don't ask me why. I've had a lot of practice, goodbye. I practice the silence in the middle of the night. I practice the way that the coffee tastes right, without your sugar or your bitterness too. I was slowly deleting the we and the you. So don't look so shocked that I'm standing here packed with my heart on my sleeve and my bags on the rack. The tears already fell in a month you didn't see. I've already spent a year becoming just me. I've had a lot of practice saying goodbye, looking at the ground while I'm looking for the sky. I've run through the exit 1,000 times before. In the hallway of my mind, I've already hit the door. It's not a surprise, it's not a sudden crack. I've been paved the road and I'm not looking back. Yeah, the real thing is easy, don't ask me why. I've had a lot of practice, goodbye. First time was a shadow, the second was a ghost, the third time was a letter that I never thought I'd post. But the 10th time, the 20th, the 100th time I tried, I finally found the opening on the other side. I'm red. The screen lights up the ceiling in the middle of the night. A glowing white rectangle, a ghostly kind of light. Your name is at the top, a series of symbols trying to pull a thread through the middle of the night. You're explaining your side, you're revising the past, trying to make a moment of sincerity last. But I'm looking at the preview, just the first few lines, and I'm recognizing all the familiar design. I used to dive in, I used to drown in the text, worrying about the comma and what comes next. But my thumb is hovering, paralyzed, and still I'm losing the hunger. I'm losing the will, and I'm leaving it unread, letting it stay in the digital graveyard of yesterday. I don't need the closure, I don't need the why, I don't need the weight of a pixelated lie. The bubble isn't popping, the blue isn't gray. I'm choosing the silence at the end of the day. Yeah, best thing I ever said was leaving it unread. Was leaving it unread. Maybe it's an apology, maybe it's a plea, maybe it's a list of all the things you hate in me. But the mystery is better than the truth I already know. There's a power in the no and a beauty in the go. I'm clearing the cache, I'm emptying the bin, I'm not letting the ghost of the dialogue. And you're shouting at a wall that I finished painting white. Good luck with your monologue. I'm turning off the light, I'm turning off the light, and I'm leaving it unread, letting it stay in the digital graveyard of yesterday. I don't need the closure, I don't need the why, I don't need the weight of a pixelated lie. The bubble isn't popping, the blue isn't gray. I'm choosing the silence at the end of the day. Yeah, best thing I ever said was leaving it unread. Delivered, no more seen, just a quiet reflection on the glass of the screen. I'm not curious, I'm not curious, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm just done. Static on the line. I picked up because I didn't check the ID. Habit is a hollow way to treat you and me. I heard your breath, a heavy jacket kinda sound like a low-flying plane that's looking for the ground. You started talking about the weather or the cat, a desperate reach for anything I wasn't that. But your voice is breaking up, it's falling through the cracks like a fading transmission on the AM tracks. There's a hum in the wires, a buzz in the sky, a million miles of copper just to tell a little lie. I can hear the distance, I can hear the miles in the empty spaces between our forest smiles. And it's just static on the line, honey, static on the line. Everything you're saying is a waste of your time. The signal is dying, the batteries are low. I'm listening to the white noise telling me to go. I can hear the sorry, I can hear the please, just the sound of the ghost in the satellite breeze. Yeah, there's nothing left but static, static on the line. You're saying something about a night in late July, but the interference is louder than the eye. It's like we're shouting from two different mountain peaks while the bridge beneath us groans and the timber leaks. I don't wanna fix it, I don't wanna tune it in. I'm tired of the struggle and the gold-plated thin. The more you try to reach me, the more the signal fades into the gray blue light of the evening. Used to think it was the things we said, the never minds and the go to beds. But I'm looking at the map of where we stood, and I see the fractures in the neighborhood. It wasn't a choice and it wasn't a crime. It was just a steady, heavy hands of time. We were built on a scene where the earth is thin, and the pressure was waiting to let itself in. Solid from becoming the fade, but the ground doesn't care about a picket fence when the weight of the world is this immense. So we were living on the fault line, baby, thinking maybe tomorrow, maybe just maybe, but the plates were shifting underneath our feet, waiting for the moment that the shadows meet. You can't hold the mountain, you can't stop the slide. Living on the fault line. I can see the cracks running through the hall where the pictures used to hang up on the wall. It's not a tragedy, it's just geometry. The way you were leaning away from me, two different worlds on a collision course, driven by a quiet and a violent force. I'm standing on the edge of the new canyon floor, realizing I don't belong to you anymore. We were living on the fault line, baby, thinking maybe tomorrow, maybe just maybe, but the plates were shifting underneath our feet, waiting for the moment that the shadows meet. You can't hold the mountain, you can't stop the slide when the rift is opening 10 miles wide. Yeah, we were just victims of the grand design, living on the fault line. Let it break, let it tear. The tension was more than a heart could bear. I'm falling, but I'm landing on my own inventory. 3 boxes for the kitchen, 2 for the hall. A stack of empty frames that used to lean against the wall. I'm making a list and I'm checking it twice, trying to be fair, trying to be nice. You get the blender and the blue velvet chair, I'll take the records and the cool morning air. The books are a problem we both underlined, the same heavy phrases that we're leaving behind. It's a cold kind of science, a math of the heart, subtracting the us just to find the apart. 1 for the keep pile, 2 for the gone. Everything's lighter as the morning moves on. the shelves and I'm bearing the floor. Finding the person I was once before. Yeah, it's just an inventory of a closing store. I found the ticket stubs from that show in the rain. A little bit of joy, a little bit of stain. Does this go in the memory or a trash bag? Is it a victory or just a white flag? I'm counting the candles and the mismatched plates, dividing the years and the calendar dates. It's funny how a decade fits in a trunk when you strip away the love and you're left with the junk. Oh, I'm taking inventory of the life that we led, sorting through the words that we actually said. This belongs to you and this belongs to me, and this is just the ghost of who we used to be. I'm clearing the shelves and I'm bearing the floor, finding the person that was once before. Yeah, it's just an inventory of a closing store.
It gets slightly more clear.
the attic key. Am I erasing you? Or am I setting me free? The year of rain. The forecast said a week, maybe 10 days at most. But the clouds decided to linger like a permanent ghost. I traded my summer for a coat and a hood, and I learned to love the way the rot feels in the wood. I stopped checking the sky for a patch of the blue. I stopped waiting for a message or a signal from you. I just sat on the porch with a cup in my hand, watching the river take over the land. And they say that the drought is a terrible thing, but there's a different kind of winter that the water can bring. When you're soaked to the bone and you're heavy as lead, and you're just trying to keep the roof over your head. Oh, this is the year of rain, and I'm letting it fall. I'm washing the dust from the cracks in the wall. I'm counting every drop, I'm measuring the flood. I'm feeling the silver running through my blood. It's a long, slow drought, beautiful gray. I'm letting the old version of me wash away. Yeah, I'm surviving the pain, living through the year of rain. The garden is gone, but the moss is so green. The softest carpet that I've ever seen. I've learned the language of the mist and the damp, the way the light flickers in the oil of the lamp. I don't miss the sun and I don't miss the heat. I don't miss the sound of your shoes on the street. There's a comfort in the gray, peace in the pour. I don't look for the after or the before anymore. Oh, this is the year of rain, and I'm letting it fall. I'm washing the dust from the cracks in the wall. I'm counting every drop, I'm measuring the flood. I'm feeling the silver running through my blood. It's a long, slow drought and a beautiful gray. I'm letting the old version of me wash away. Yeah, I'm surviving the pain, living through the year of rain. Let it overflow. Let the banks break. I got nothing left for the water to take. I'm a stone in the stream, I'm a leaf in the lake. I'm finally clean, for heaven's sake. I reached across the console to the passenger side, looking for your hand on this. shoes met the leather in the cold, empty air. I forgot for a second that you weren't sitting there. I still make enough coffee to fill up 2 mugs. I still check the hallway for those leaving the house hugs. The mind says it's over, the heart says it's done, but the nerves in my skin haven't heard from anyone. It's a glitch in the system, a ghost in the frame. The way my mouth still starts to shape the letters of your name. I'm a creature of habit, a clock with a gear that's still trying to strike when the hour isn't here. Oh, it's just muscle memory playing a trick, a habitual rhythm that I can't quite unstick. My feet know the way to the house on your street. My arms know the shape where the shoulders should meet. I'm a well-trained soldier for a war that's been won, doing all the things that I've already done. It's not love, it's not grief, it's not chemistry. It's just muscle memory. I woke up at 7 and I rolled to the left. A practice maneuver, a soft little theft of the space where you slept for 1,000 odd nights. Before we blew out the candles and turned off the lights, I still buy the cereal that you used to like. I still take the path on the old canyon hike. I'm a record player stuck in a deep, narrow groove, waiting for the needle to finally move. Oh, it's just muscle memory playing a trick, a habitual rhythm that I can't quite unstick. My feet know the way to the house on your street. My arms know the shape where the shoulders should meet. I'm a well-trained soldier for a war that's been won, doing all the things that I've already done. It's not love, it's not grief, it's not chemistry. It's just muscle memory. It's just your memory. Unlearn the touch. Don't reach for the goal. Don't try to grab. Rewire the brain. Watch for the signs and the dangerous curves. I'm teaching my hands a different song. I'm teaching my heart. I'm teaching my heart. It's a delicate science, a sleight of the hand, to take a whole kingdom and turn it to sand. I start with the birthdays, the dates and the years. I scrub out the salt and the sting of the tears. I take a fine chisel to the shape of your nose and the way that you looked in your favorite clothes. It's a museum heist in the dead of the night. I'm stealing the memories and hiding the light. It's not about hate and it's not about spite. It's about making the heavy feel light. I'm clearing the data, I'm wiping the disk, calculating the reward and the risk. Oh, I'm mastering the art of forgetting. No more regret and no more upsetting. I'm blurring the edges, I'm fading the ink. I'm stopping the ship before it can sink. A brush stroke of white over everything blue until I can't find a single trace of you. It's a masterpiece of nothing, a canvas of yet. I'm perfecting the art of how to forget. I practiced on names of the streets where we stayed. I practiced on songs that we constantly played. I've turned your I love you to a muffled out hum, like the distant vibration of a toy soldier drum. I'm losing the where and I'm losing the when. I'm unwriting the story and dropping the pen. It's a beautiful blankness, a wholly unknown, a garden of peace that has finally grown. I'm mastering the art of forgetting. No more regret and no more upsetting. I'm blurring the edges, I'm fading the ink. I'm stopping the ship before it can sink. A brush stroke of white over everything blue until I can't find a single trace of you. It's a masterpiece of nothing, a canvas of yet. I'm perfecting the art of how to forget. Delete the color, delete the whisper, delete the shadow and the doubt. I'm becoming a stranger to my own history. I'm turning the answer back into a mystery. The floors are honey oak and the walls are eggshell white. There's a strange new angle to the afternoon light. I'm standing in the kitchen where the air is cold and still. No ghosts in the cupboards, no shadows on the sill. I've got one folding chair and a lamp without a shade, measuring the progress that I've finally made. It's 1,200 square feet of who I'm gonna be without a single corner that belongs to you and me. The radiator hisses and the floorboards start to groan, learning all the music of a house that's all my own. I'm checking out the view, I'm looking at the street, feeling the pulse of a brand new heartbeat. Oh, I'm living in a new apartment, now I'm figuring it out. I'm learning how to fill up the volume, to occupy the space without looking for the phantom of your familiar face. It's a little bit lonely, it's a little bit bare, but there isn't any us in the oxygen here. Yeah, I'm starting over, I'm making a vow in my new apartment now. I haven't hung the pictures, I haven't bought the rug, I haven't found the outlet for the coffee maker plug, but I like the way my footsteps sound across the wood, a solitary rhythm that I finally understood. There's no inventory list on the refrigerator door, no fault lines running through the middle of the floor, just a stack of empty like a trophy on a shelf, a shiny little secret I could keep all to myself. I thought it was a lightning strike, a fever or a fall, a heavy-handed mural painted on a bedroom wall. But I'm looking at these empty rooms and these bare white floors, and I'm seeing through the metaphors and the heavy bolted doors. It isn't something you find in the middle of the night. It's something that you build when you're looking for the light. It's not a now you can hold in your hand. It's not a flag you can plant in the sand. It's a motion, a gesture, a breath and a stride. It's the way that you move when there's nowhere to hide. Oh, I'm learning that love is a verb. It's the work and the silence, the noun and the word. It's the sweeping of the floor and the making of the bed. It's the kindness to the self when the inventory is read. It's a practice of patience, a daily starting again. It's the how and the why and the where and the when. I'm letting go of the feeling and choosing the do, living in the grammar of something brand new. I used to wait for the spark to ignite the flame, waiting for the universe to whisper out a name. But now I'm making coffee and I'm